Donald Trump spoke to the Knesset, the Israeli parliament, a couple of days ago.
Tell us about it.
It was rambling, the usual Donald Trump fashion.
Yeah.
Occasionally you could tell he was going back to the auto cue and reading the words that had been written for him, and they certainly sounded more presidential, but then he'd go off on these ramblings. It went for more than an hour. It struck me that he was congratulating himself a lot. He spoke about the Department of War more than he spoke about the Palestinian people. He spoke about Barack Obama, about Iran, about the potential to make business deals more than he did about the Palestinian people.
We know that he's self-referential. What I find fascinating about that is framing it in economic terms to say there can be rebuilding here. War on so many levels is daft and brutal and senseless. And on one level in which it's senseless is that it's incredibly expensive. So is that something as a businessman that he can really drive home?
You know, one of the points he kept ramming home during that speech to the Knesset was that America makes the best weapons and we gave Israel the best weapons and you used our weapons to win this war, to which he got a standing ovation. He got repeated standing ovations during that speech. This was a victory, as he framed it, of American weaponry and of Israeli use of that weaponry.
Again, how's Gazans going to be feeling about that? Right,
and then so his message, the one time he did mention the Palestinian people, was to say to them, it's time to turn away from the hate, the political opposition to Israel, and to embrace development. Obviously, anyone who's been in a conflict situation knows it's not quite so clear-cut.
No.
And the people are not the government is not the people necessarily. It was a really interesting framing because I thought it spoke so much about victory while just a few kilometres away in Gaza, places in rubble, people are dead. 67,000 families at least don't get to
They'll
have
never
that
be
homecoming.
coming home, no.
You know, and I feel for them too.
Yeah.
I feel for the Israelis who don't get their loved ones home. They're coming home in body bags or are still in Gaza as we record this.